Welcome to Werner's Whirligigs. You're here because you're having problems with the roof trim on your BMW. I just went through that myself, and this video is not only to help you figure out how to replace those broken clips, but also how you can save potentially over $100 in doing so. So stay tuned. I want you all to remember that I'm just another yokel who's not educated nor a professional in what I'm doing here, and it's possible that if you rely on this video, you, your project, or the both of you might end up as a smoldering hunk of hammered dog shit. Please use common sense, be careful, and always protect your ears, eyes, face, body, and hands when doing this type of work. With that, let's keep on trucking. This video may contain peanuts. I was out doing some work on the E92 yesterday. I noticed that this trim strip here was standing proud, which is not correct. The ends are okay, but the center is not. It's standing proud, and no matter how much I pushed on it, I couldn't get this center portion to click in, and that's the way they latch into place. So I'm going to have to take this thing off, and I'm going to inspect the clips on the back of it. We're going to start by removing the trim piece from the roof. And I found that starting at the back seems to work better. And then you can either do it on, there's two grooves, one on either side of the trim piece. I found that doing it in the groove closer to me and pushing it that way, prying it towards the center of the car, seems to release the clips better. And I think once you see the clips, you might understand why. You need to be careful, but you don't need to be that careful. Up here, let me try on the other side. Nope. There we go. When you're doing this work, be sure to put a towel or a cloth down on your workbench so that you don't scratch the paint on the trim strip itself. So here's this trim piece on my workbench, and you'll see there's 7 of these clips, and there's one black one. There's only one at this end. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 white ones, and then 2 blue ones at the other end, for a total of 7. And when we focus in a little bit more on these clips, you'll see that several of them are broken. You can see that one is just about to break. I mean, I might as well just, well, yeah, it just snapped off. This one is missing 1. This one has all 3 legs missing. This is missing 1. This white one here is missing 2, and all of the other, well, most of the other ones, all but the black one and one of the white ones, are missing those little legs, and those legs are responsible for holding this strip onto the roof of the car. To remove these things, you can push them out the end, but that doesn't work for the whole piece, because in the middle there are things that get in the way. So what you want to do is just get a little screwdriver and put it back in here and pry out this little tab like that, and then they come right out. And then to put it back in, you line up the little half moon in the little cutout here, and then you just do the same thing. You can even do it with your finger strength sometimes. Sometimes you might need to pry a little bit with a screwdriver to get it in. After removing the clips from the piece of trim, I noticed there's actually 3 different types of clips. We have this one here that has 4 legs, and you see they have the 2 little half moon pieces here that fit into the grooves on the trim strip. We have a second one here that has 3 legs, and it has a wider single half moon for aligning it on the trim strip. And finally, this black one has the 3 legs, and it has a single half moon, but it's narrow. So it's narrow like the white one, but there's only 1 instead of 2. I've lined up all 3 clips side by side for comparison, and to me it looks like the important dimensions are the same. These legs here on this side are what holds the clip onto the trim, the piece of roof trim. these legs here in the middle are the ones that hold it onto the car. I really dimensionally don't see much of a difference. This black one might be a hair taller, but other than that, they look very similar, of course, with the exception of the little half moons and how they fit into the piece of trim. Now, looking at the trim strip, you can see this is a wider valley. This is where the blue one fits in. This one has two narrow valleys side by side, and this is where the white clip fits in. And finally, this is a single narrow valley, and this is where the black clip fits in. But I have yet to discover why 3 clips are necessary, 3 different styles. If you go look for these pieces online, you will find that they cost between roughly $9 and $11 a piece. I will include the part number for each of these 3 different ones in the description below, so check it out if you're curious. But that's a lot of money to spend on replacing these little clip pieces. You're not going to need all 14 of them, but it's still fairly costly. What I found instead was I went on Amazon and I was able to find a replacement for the blue one only. Couldn't find white or black, but I got 20 of these for $14.99. So if you were to amortize that cost over 20 of these clips, that's 70 cents a clip. But let's just say you only need to use 10. That's $1.40 a clip. Or if you use 14, which is the number of clips on the car, that's $1 a clip. So, $1 versus 10, 11 bucks a clip, that's quite a savings, and it adds up if you have to do a lot of them. I recognize that the blue one is different than the white one and the black one, and so we're going to have to do a little hackery in order to remedy that, but hopefully it won't pull on your purist heartstrings too much. The only thing that matters in terms of fitment is getting this little half moon in here, and it's wider here than the white one and also the black one. So what I've done is I've taken a round file and I've just opened up the little U-shaped groove where these fit into on the place where the white ones and the black ones were, and then I've inserted one of these instead. They work just as well. I've mounted them up on my car and there's no problems at all. Here's the trim strip, and you can see this is the one where the white clip goes in, the one with the 2 half moons, but they are too narrow to receive the blue clip that I bought. So I'm just going to take a round file like this, and I'm just going to open up that hole a little bit. Not a lot, because believe me, I tried it already, and it won't get secured in there enough if you don't open this up a little bit. So that's maybe all you need. I'm going to test fit it right now. I've already done it once, and if I do it and there's still a little bit of black showing in the center, that should be sufficient. So let's put it in. The way you install these is that you need to put in the leg end first, the 3 legs, like this, and you need to get it lined up, and then you go in from the back, and this one's a little bit problematic, but you just jam it down in there and see it. Now it's held in place. And to be clear again, this will not fit into this. As I tried it, and it would not let the 2 side legs get down and hook onto this rim right here on the underside. And here's what it looks like when all of the clips are replaced. I kept the black one. In both cases, the black one was fine, and then the rest of the white ones, which are the next 4, I replaced with blue, and then the 2 at the opposite end that were blue to begin with, I just replaced them again with blue. I'm zooming in on the roof of the car now into the gutter or the channel where that trim clip lives, and the trim itself. You can see there's a broken piece up here actually. So I just wanted to show to you that While the clip is now going to be a little bit off center compared to how it used to be, it doesn't really matter, thank goodness. So the trim clip, when it's in here, is going to live like this. And you can see you can move it quite a bit in either direction and it's going to be okay. So, you know, in the case of this one, let's say I moved it this far over just to get into that valley that's a little bit offset, it's still going to be fine. It goes without saying, but before you put the trim strip back in, just clean this gully out here. All right, here's where the rubber hits the road. Let's see if I can get this in here with these, using the incorrect clips. Now the one thing you want to do is make sure you line up the trim piece with the rear of the roof. It's exposed there. Up here it actually gets hidden by this piece of trim, or rubber trim. So just make sure, start at the rear end and line it up, and then you just, once it's sitting in there, you push and you'll hear these little clicks. And then you have to push pretty hard. I don't know if that's a function of using the incorrect clips or if it's just the way it always is. See these up here? Okay, that one went pretty well. Okay, that one went pretty well. There we go. There we go. And now with that, it's all in place. If you found this helpful, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like. I've been putting out content about E92s, my Dodge diesel Ram, motorcycles, machine tools. I do interesting stuff, and I try to put out content 3 times a month on the 1st, 11th, and 21st. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe. All right. See you next time. So long for now.